Most guys think attraction is created by effort, by words, timing. Attraction doesn't respond to effort, it responds to stillness. The moment you learn to stay calm, when things feel uncertain, everything changes. So today I'm going to discuss why being calm drives her crazy. Imagine two men in the same situation, same room, same conversation, same silence. One man feels the silence tight in his chest. His mind races. He starts filling the gaps that were never empty. The other man notices the silence and does nothing. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. Not because he's playing games though. It's because he's not internally disturbed. The difference is everything. Calm men are still like water. Like the great Bruce Lee said, water can either flow or it can crash. You can't read or visibly see the bottom of the water easily. You can't tell how deep it goes. You don't know what's beneath the surface. A reactive man is like choppy water. Every emotion is visible, every movement creates noise, and humans are instinctively drawn to what feels grounded, not what feels turbulent. This is why staying calm creates attraction. See, women don't fall for the calm guy or the calm man because he's mysterious. They fall for calm because it feels safe. Not safe in a boring way though, right? Safe in a strong way. To a woman, it immediately signals control, self-trust, inner confidence, inner structure. When you stay calm in a certain situation, certain circumstances where other people will fold, where other people will, oh man, they start blowing up, they start reacting. You've seen it in your personal life where certain individuals just seem to lose it. They're maybe reaching out to you, they're acting strange, they're acting different, doing a complete 360, 180. When you stay calm under pressure, you silently communicate, I'm okay regardless of how the situation goes. I know I'm gonna be good, I guarantee, because I know from my trust in myself that no matter what, I'm gonna be good, regardless of how the situation plays out. I don't need this moment to go a certain way for me to be okay. That's immediately, instinctively what it communicates, without you saying a word, just based off your presence. That's power. This is where the test comes, right? Because I've mentioned in the channel that in life, not only will women test you, but life will test you. Situations will test you to shape how you are, to see how you are. You can even say from the divine high that the almighty high is testing you, putting you in situations to see how you're going to react. And this all circulates to how the universe will test you. Have you ever noticed you found yourself in certain situations where you're just like, there's no way this is a coincidence? I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, I remember going to 7-Eleven, having maybe $5 to my name. Just can't wait to go get me some snacks, some food, to go home, watch something, and just chilling, right? You know, I worked hard for them. This is me in college, right? Working 3-4 jobs, still trying to get by. You know, you save up what you have and you have it locked in on what you want to get, maybe on a Friday night or whatever. And out of nowhere, some homeless guy would be right outside. This always happened, always when, it's funny how it works too, because it was always when I was looking forward to this. I have my last dollar, $5 bill, $10 bill saved up or whatnot. Someone on the street, homeless person or whatnot, will come and ask me, hey, do you have any change to spare? And I would always, and this, pay attention because this is how it translates to my life, to where I'm at now. I know many people who will say, no, I don't have cash, I don't have this, right? Because they don't, right? And I don't too. I have enough just for me. I worked hard for it. I'm not getting paid as much. You know, I'm strong, I'm getting by. But what I always did, as much as it hurt me, I always knew I was being tested. Because why on earth, when maybe I had more money on a different week, that I was never put in these situations. You have to sit down and think about it at certain situations. And I'm going to tie this all down to relationships, so just stay with me. But I would always sometimes think, I'm like, there's no way this just randomly, coincidentally happens every time I'm low or every time I need it. So what I would do in these situations is I would always give it away. Some of you are like, you tripping, you're wilding. For me, I always looked at it because I love giving back. And I realized as much as I need it, I have a food at home, I have a shelter under my head, I'm good. Even though I really was looking forward to it, even though I'm not really good, I'd rather give to someone who is in more need because he is living on the streets. I don't know the situation. Yes, some people fake it, some people do this, but who am I to judge? Who am I to, that's not my calling. That's not my, the universe will fix all that. Certain things you just leave it up. So I knew for me, especially at a young age, that when someone needed it more, I had to give it. It wasn't even like some people were, oh, nah, I'm good. I know majority of you, probably not majority, but some of you would just be like, I'm not doing that. But I always knew situations like this was a test from the Most High, from the universe, just testing my character, seeing how good I am. And for someone like me, growing up in martial arts, discipline, I love helping others, whether that be with coaching, whether that be in personal life. So that was more easy to me, right? But even in situations where I knew I needed it and I didn't want to give it, I had to, because someone is in more need. How can I be greedy or selfish in a way and try to take or keep? Why not help this brother that's on the street, or help this sister that's in need, that could just use a few drinks? And this correlates because now, situation where I receive the fruits of my labor. I feel like the universe works in ways that what you give freely will always find its way back to you. So I remember being with friends and they would just bypass it, like, nah, bro, we're good. Like, don't worry about it. Like, come on, man. They'd be like, yo, just come on, man. Let's go. Like, nah, I don't have it. Knowing that I know they got, a couple dollars spare. So now when someone always asks me, I'll always give what I got. Even if I don't have it on me, if I have to go run back to my car or whatnot. And I always move like that because I don't want nothing in return. I don't want anything like that. And I've realized when I'm in certain situations, if I'm traveling, this always happens, and I always give. And I've gotten to the position I am today because of my hard work, my dedication, but also because I feel like the universe works in ways you can't imagine. I'm telling you right now. So this correlates to the pressure test. Anyone can seem confident when things are going smooth, when things are going their way, when they have it all. But how are you going to stay confident when you don't? So let's translate this back to the video. Anyone can feel confident when things are going smooth, things are going their way. Calm men reveal herself. 1, she pulls back. 2, she stays silent. 3, she ghosted you probably. 4, things don't go as planned. Pressure doesn't create weakness, it reveals it. Say it again. Pressure does not create weakness, it reveals it. If silence makes you anxious, it didn't change you, it exposed you. Think of calm like an anchor. Storms don't stop when you want them to. Waves don't ask permission. The question is never, will pressure come? The question is, are you still anchored? Most men aren't. They float emotionally. So every wave moves them. Now I think you understand the metaphor I'm going at. All men don't float. They're rooted. Does that make sense? This is why staying calm is vital and why reaction kills attraction. Just like in life, when it comes to attraction, when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to dating. The moment you react emotionally, over-explain, defend, seek reassurance, you hand over your center. So now she's not responding to your presence. She's responding to your instability. Calm men don't need to correct moments. They let moments speak for themselves. And that restraint is rare. I guarantee you this, and I promise you this. You know this too in your day-to-day, in your life, your friends, family, whatever it is. You see this on a day-to-day, how quick, how fast people are react, right? They're taught that it's to do this, to react like this, right? Someone's testing, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, right? But if you're someone that you are a fighter, you grew up in martial arts, you know that staying calm is vital, right? Because you're someone that you meditate. You're someone that you have an inner state of mind where you understand that everything in this life is designed to test you, designed to take you out of your character. Everything is designed and programmed to see how you react under certain situations. And how you react, whether it comes to dating, attraction, whether it comes to life, business, whatever, is how you level up. And this is what I try to help and teach most men, especially if you need it, right? Especially if you have anger controls, this, that. When you let things control you, when you let things take you out of your characters, that's not G, that's not gangster, that's not, they win. When you stay calm, right? You a good person. I know you watching this, you are a good person, right? Because you wouldn't be watching my channel if you wasn't. So you have to understand this. When people backstab you, when people betray you, it hurts. I get it. Trust me. I've been there, you've been there, we've all been there. No matter how good you do for some people, they will try you, they will test you. No matter how much you do for her, she might go and do this, cheat, this, that. I get it. But how you stay calm, how you stay centered, how you don't let things get to your emotions, how you stay laser focused on your goal, your mission, your purpose. That tells you everything about yourself. That lets you control the narrative. That lets you control and dictate your life. Because if that can't move you, if they can't move you, nothing will. And I promise you, you're going to be successful. And you probably already are successful, but that's going to keep you at that level and keep you going higher and higher. I guarantee you that. Not everybody's worth a reaction. Most things are not worth your reaction. That's why I brought up that scenario in the beginning of the video where I talk about how certain situations will test you in life. This is why I say that in life, you'll be tested, you'll be tried. For me, I always realized that anything can happen in life. I can be put in a situation, God forbid, but a decade from now, years from now, what I give freely, I know will find its way to me. So I try not to let money control me. Many people do. Money is only a tool. It doesn't define who you are. So when I started getting money, when I started doing this, I never let that, I still do the same exact thing. And this is how situations will test you, because it doesn't just come out of nowhere. When I was up, got my paycheck that week, or I was working 2-3 jobs in college, right? So it was always in those situations where I was never tested. When, I had enough money in my account to just give out like for the heck of it. But it was always when I was low. If you realize this too, then you have awakened. You realize this world is not what it seems like. Many people do not. They have no idea. And some of you are just watching, just like, what is he talking about? You will understand sooner than later how situations, people, this, that, will try you when you level up, when you're doing this, when you're dead broke, it's how you stay calm. It's how you stay a genuine person. I know majority of you guys are good people. I know, and I guarantee you was when you was a child, right? Because as an adolescent, as a kid, everyone has that pureness in them, right? Just like a baby, like a child. It's when you advance, when you level up, the people in your ears, how you're raised, this, that changes your character. That changes your demeanor. That changes how you think, how you view the world. So that shifts back now how this translates with women. The shift that most men never make is that they try to control the outcomes. Calm men control themselves. They don't rush clarity. They don't force connection. They don't chase emotional stability, emotional certainty. They allow truth to surface naturally. That's what keeps people leaning in. That's what keeps her invested in you. That's what keeps her attracted to you. Fire spreads when there's chaos, but gravity works quietly. It doesn't argue, it doesn't need to convince. It just is. Calm works the same way. You don't need to announce it, you don't need to prove it. You just stay grounded and you let everything around you adjust to you. So remember this, weak men react to moments. Strong men stay centered through them. That's why calm drives her crazy, man. I'm telling you. And as well as in life. If this video resonated with you and you're not looking for more tactics, but stability and clarity, that's what the Clarity Room is for. You can check it out on the top link description and pinned comments. Stay grounded. Clarity in mind, discipline in motion. You got this. Don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Remember, stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, especially with dating, relationships, but in life in general as well. When things are not going your way, understand that it will go your way eventually, sooner than later. Stay level-headed, stay resilient, stay sharp. Don't let certain situations, circumstances take you out of your character, because that will harm you more than it will help you. I promise you and I guarantee you that whatever you're going through, you will overcome it. You will. I guarantee you this. Just remember this, that for you going through something, we're going through this thing called life together. So don't ever feel like you're alone, and understand that you will overcome your obstacles. If you guys like this video, leave a like, share this video with somebody new to see this, and watch this video up next, Why Silence Exposes Her True Intentions. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one, man. Peace. Be easy.